Hello, good morning. My name is Sir Chadley. Hang on, my camera's all goofed up. Let me point it over at me real quick. I'm over here now. I'm sitting over here. I moved my camera a little. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Everything's great now. It's fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. Hello. How are things? My name's Chadley. I'm here with yet another cleaning stream. Got just enough game pickups to do another game cleaning stream. I'm also going to supplement it with a few other games from my collection that I have gone through and saw that like they need cleaned up or need fixed or something like that. There we go. That's a little better. Too far. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, the big purchase I have is I finally picked up the top Game Boy Advance game off my wish list. A game I've been looking for a long time, just was trying to find it cheap enough, and finally, you know, it's a game that's not, you don't see it all the time, it's not everywhere, so I was trying to find one, but then also find it for a good price. A lot of times you'd see it and you're like, that's way above what that should cost, that game. I know I'm not going to play it like that much. I want to add it in my collection, but let's be reasonable here. So yeah, it's Spy Kids 3D. No, it's not Spy Kids 3D. It's another game that I'll show you later. But I also got Spy Kids 3D. And this is what we're going to be starting with. I was in, goodness, I think it was Blinkoom's channel the other day, talking about old movies that were like kids movies and stuff, and this was one I think was like a trivia question for like name a movie that Blinkoom has actually seen, and I think Spy Kids 3D was on the list, and I think it was like yes, and I was like, why don't I own Spy Kids 3D on Game Boy Advance? This movie rules. So we're gonna clean this up. There's a couple things I could do to this. I could take off this screw and get in on there. I might go ahead and do that today because I've got other Game Boy Advance games I need to do that with anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a special, I don't know if this is going to come up on screen or not, but it's like a triangle screwdriver to get this little triangle screw out of here. Tri-wing screwdriver. So we'll open that up. Okay. Wipe that up and then out. There we go. Yeah, just a little crud in here. This side looks fine. That's good. Here's your board. As you'll notice, though, there is some bad gunk just on the corner there. So that's why I decided to open this up. I saw just enough of that while peeking through there. I'm gonna see if we can get some of that gunk and junk off there and hopefully get this to work properly. I just realized I forgot to grab all my systems for testing, so I'll have to get up here in a second and go get that. But honestly, first of all, how stuck are we? All right, pretty on there. So I'm just taking like a rubber eraser to this. This is my favorite tool for cleaning metal contacts. It's just use something like this to kind of, you know, like erase the grime like it's pencil shavings. So it's worked really well on that one like green one that was right there. That's looking much better already, but I still have those big blobs up there on the top that I'm gonna see if I can get rid of. Meanwhile, I'll work my way down the other contacts. Go ahead and clean that off too while I'm here. Yeah, let's clean it up nicely. Backside's fine. Let's do another progress report and show you where we're at with this. So yeah, we still have that kind of just spot on there. Wonder if I need to scrape that away? I don't know if I've ever tried this before. What game are we talking about here? Oh, of course. Blinkum, you missed it. The #1 game on my Game Boy Advance wish list. Spy Kids 3D, of course. Welcome on in, buddy. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a stress-free child problem day. You know, one where it's just like the normal standard diaper changes and not the something is horribly wrong and I can't figure out what kind of days. Yes, good. No, this is not actually the top game on my wish list. That's just a teaser, a spoiler for future content. So yeah, that guy's not really coming off a ton. All right, so I can't really scrape it off. So let's try some alcohol and see if we can dissolve it that way. By the way, Spy Kids, this was an eBay purchase. It was $5 shipping. The auction started at 1 penny, and I was the only one to bid on it. So I got this game for $5.01 shipped. All right, so we're trying some isopropyl alcohol on here just to see, like, is anything coming up? So far, I'm getting no color off here at all. So I'm not really sure what those little spots are on here, and I don't know if it's a problem, but I can't really get them off. They're just kind of on there. We've tried alcohol. Nothing's coming up there. We've tried eraser. That maybe made it better, but it didn't get it off entirely. And we've tried a plastic scraper. And while I can feel it, I can't really get it to come off. And I'm afraid to get too pushed down too hard on this. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe off the rest of this contact. All right, now let's go ahead and put this back together. We'll just see if we can get it to work. I cleaned it before I tried it, so not sure if it'll work as is or not. Oh, you know what? Let me grab, while we're here, grab a little bit of paper towel, give it just a little spray of some all-purpose cleaner. And I'm just going to try to get some of these weird dots that are off on there. See if I can get those off. So we're just kind of wiping that away. Looks a little better. Not perfect. Give another go. All right, I'm gonna call that good enough. See if I can put this guy back in here. A lot of times the answer is no, you certainly can't. You'll never remember how to do this. You'll never do it right on first try. Do I have it upside down? I have it upside down. That explains it. Okay, and then yeah, that's right. You get it slightly off center that way, then slide up. Then I can flip that over and put that screw back in there. All right, tighten that down. Next thing I'm going to do is you can see there's a little grime on the back of this cartridge as well. Front looks pretty good. See a nice 11 printed on there. Nice. Didn't want to get a counterfeit copy of Spy Kids 3D, of course. But yeah, so we're just going to take that all-purpose cleaner, paper towel. It's already a little bit, got a little of that cleaner on there, and just kind of rubbing that off. Not trying to go too hard on it, hopefully. And see if that is enough to get it. I would say no. I still see that brown mark. So I might keep going at it. So. Alright, here's one I've never done before. I'm going to take my Q-tip, put it right on the edge of my all-purpose cleaner. Just give it a little bit of spray. Too much, but that's fine. So I just have that cleaner on a Q-tip now, and I'm going to try scrubbing that bad spot. It looks like I'm getting just a tiny bit of color off of there. And then I'll just kind of go around to any other spots that look like it might need it. Edges especially. I guess I need to remind myself, it does not need to be perfect. I don't need to make this, you know, super great. It's not like I'm going to put this in a museum or anything. It's just going in my collection, which is a museum, to be fair. And just trying to make it look better than it was when I picked it up. What's that guy now? There we go. That happened when I was taking it apart and putting it back together. Alright. Okay, over here. Just get a few little spots. Up a little bit. There we go. All right. And then the front, thankfully, didn't need a whole lot of work. Definitely want to avoid hitting the label. So I'll just give that just a quick wipe down cleaning. There we go. Okay. We are back. I'm going to go grab my Game Boy Advance SP to test this out and make sure it works. All right. Put that in there. Flip it over, turn it on. Got the Nintendo logo. That's a good start. Oh, it's booting up. We are in good shape. Disney Interactive, well known for its, I don't know, maybe this game is good tradition. Digital Eclipse, though, they usually know what they're doing. Like it's 3D, game over. You want just a few seconds of this gameplay to... Uh-oh. Oh, hold up a minute. I pushed start and then nothing happened. Hang on. Ooh, I think it crashed. I'm gonna take it out and put it back in. See if we can do this again. Turn up the volume a little bit on this just so I can hear it grinding if needed. Be very sad to have to get a 1-cent refund on this game that's not working. Okay, now it's going. Whew. I don't know what that was. Someone got to level 1 too. So they played one level and said that was enough. Carmen and your friends are trapped inside by the toy maker. You must find them. Oh, there you go. See, like, how bad can this game be? It's just a little platformer, friend. Just a little platformer. I'm gonna beat up that box. I'm gonna beat up that robot. I'm gonna collect that coin. Oh, see, yeah, this looks like it's got some real quality potential for some jank. Oh, I did die from a turtle though, so you know, we're still working on it. We gotta figure out how to play it, but that's not bad. Not a bad little game there. How bad can it be? All right, we got it working. I was a little worried there. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was toast. No, let's go pull out the actual Game Boy Advance game that we were excited for. That is Iridian 2, is the one. So I've had the Iridian 3D, the first one, since, oh my, close to launch. I got that very early, probably paid $30 for it at the time, but didn't like it that much. It was like, oh, this game's too hard, shmups are hard, I don't know, it's hard. The sequel is supposedly a lot better, but I could never find it. It never showed up at my GameStop near me, never saw it anywhere. So it's been on my eBay list forever, but I had to wait for the price to go down. There's a lot of times you'd see it for like over $40. So this one I finally was able to get for like 32 maybe, something like that. Might have even been less than that, but happy to finally add this one to my collection. But the inside, I don't think you can see from here. Kind of gross. Nope. What if I flip it? Is that gonna... There you go. That's a little better. Not great. So we'll go ahead and open this one up and scrub it clean too. All right. Screw out. Put it to the side. Slide that down. Off. There we go. Oh, that's not bad at all, actually. That looks fine. I don't think I need to do that. I think a simple Q-tip with alcohol would have done it. So yeah, I can work with that. No problem. So I'll just take my eraser and I'll just kind of rub down toward my mat. You can always tell how dirty or not dirty a game is by what kind of pencil shavings you get off of here. And yeah, you can barely see anything at all. At least anything you do see is not like a dark gray color or anything. So looks like this one should be in pretty good shape. I don't think we'll have much issues with it. But we are going to go ahead and wipe that down, get it all clean. So we'll just kind of put a little bit of that isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip. And just kind of rub those contacts. Should put some more shine back on this, as well as clean off any other like eraser residue that I left behind. That looks fine. Inside the cartridge looks fine too, so we'll just kind of slide that back in there. Okay, here we go again. Down, then up. Yeah, got it. Flip it. Put that screw back in there. Might give it a quick wipe down since we've gone this far. Let me take that back out and put it back in. There we go. I think I had it in sideways. Little bit of all-purpose cleaner on a paper towel. Just make sure that's nice and clean. Dry that off. All right. There's our Iridium 2. Looking pretty good shape. Let's see if we can get that to work. Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Gonna have to reseat that one. All right, take it out. Put it back in. Hope for the best. There we go. It's possible the contacts on my Game Boy Advance are starting to get dirty too, so I might need to change that up at some point. All right, we're gonna go right into Iridium 2. Oh, I'm a starter pilot. Oh, story mode? Let's just do arcade mode for now. Oh, it's locked. I have to unlock it from story mode. Well, this might be a fresh save file. More than 100 years have passed since I don't care. Here's the situation. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Here's the VR training. There you go. Got my little guy. Oh, it won't even let me shoot yet. It's just like practice moving around. Before going on with your mission, you learn all the custom controls of your spacecraft. Follow the tutorials. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, anyway, this is a very slow start for a shmup. But anyway, that little viewpoint looks like it'll work for me. I'm happy with that. All right, put Iridium to the side. Next up is this guy. The Hero Saga Levitine. Levitane? Who knows? It's an Axis strategy JRPG. People say it's pretty mid. Well, I bought it for a mid price finally. I think I got it for like 14 bucks to add this one to my collection. It's in really good shape. It was actually in better shape before I dropped it coming out of my the box that was shipped to me in. This mark right here, that was not there till I got it. That was me. I dropped it and it got a mark on its corner. But anyway, the contacts look pretty good. We'll go ahead and clean that off just to make sure. Great shape. So I've got a fresh, clean toothbrush here. I threw away the toothbrush I used for my last cleaning stream. Starting with a brand new one over here. Just going to get a couple drops of isopropyl alcohol on that. Not too much. And then I'm just going to put my thumb right on the identification number. That's actually too much than that still. I don't need that much. There we go. And I'm just going to wipe across the contacts there just to get any of that other gunk or junk or whatever else off those contacts. Make them nice and crispy clean. All right, that looks pretty good. That looks great. All right, I'll be shocked if this is giving me trouble. Should work no problem. I'm open. There it is. Heroes Saga Leviathan Tactics? I have no idea. Leviathan Tactics. Let's go with that. That could be part of the reason this game didn't sell very well. Maybe name your game something that people can say to the store clerk when they say what game they want to buy. Because if they can't, they'll just be like, Call of Duty, please. I'll just buy Call of Duty. I can say that one. John Madden Football, please. Oh, Ernesto. Sure, buddy. That sounds good. I can be an Ernesto. It sure is my name. All right, so I got another fresh save file over here. I love that DS RPG font. I love it. So good. Oh yeah, look how SRPG this is. Look at that guy. How mid does an SRPG have to be for it to be like bad? I mean, yeah, okay, there's a bunch of story. Sure. Yeah, story, sure, great. Get to move your dude around the map. Look how Final Fantasy Tactics this is. Who hasn't played a Final Fantasy Tactics game and been like, what other games are like that? Are there more Final Fantasy Tactics games that exist? I'd play them. I'd play more games like that. Look at that. Extremely Final Fantasy Tactics. Also, does this game have a top screen at any point? Or are we just a half screen game? Is this a Game Boy Advance game on a DS cart? Oh, there's a lot of text. Oh, there we go. We got a top screen. Hey, how about that? There's a guy handing me a sword. Sorry, it's an armored maiden. It's a dudette handing me a sword. Oh man, there's a lot of story for this SRPG. I just wanted to... You know what? I think we got the point, actually. I think we got the point. We got SRPG goodness going on here. So that's Hero Saga. For 14 bucks, let's throw that in my collection. You never know when you're going to be like, I've played 8 strategy role-playing games on Nintendo DS, but I really need a 9th one. Well, I got your back. Hero Saga over there. Hero Saga. Here's our next big one. Project Cross Zone, or X Zone if you're fancy. Maybe not fancy. I don't know. I think Blinks had the same story with me on this one, where like I was looking to add this to my collection, but I was like, yeah, I'll pay 15, 20 bucks for it, something like that. And then the pandemic happened and this shot up in value faster than I could fix it. So I had to get a loose copy. I can't get a case and manual anymore for under 40 bucks, but I was able to pick up this one for under 35. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It was actually a relatively good deal for Project Cross Zone. I was pretty happy. Now the problem, of course, with getting the first Project Cross Zone is now I want the sequel. I haven't played this, obviously, just got it, but I know I'm going to want the sequel. That one is more expensive than the first one by 20%, 30%, so it's going to take some luck to find the Cross Zone 2 for under 40 bucks. That one now that I've picked up Iridian 2 and of course Spy Kids, Project Cross Zone 2 is now probably the top item on my wish list. Trying to get that under 40 bucks. Probably won't get lucky to get case manual with it, but that's all right. So if you are going to get this game, you're happy to see it in such great shape. This is in really good condition. Honestly, it probably doesn't need anything at all. I'm just going to take that screwdriver, or that toothbrush right as it is. Just give it a few little wipes there. It shouldn't need much at all. That was in really good shape. And we're going to try it in this 3DS today. Technically a 2DS XL. So, backwards. Yep, there we go. So this console, by the way, not perfect for, not good for 3D games because it doesn't have any 3D, but it is very good for 2D games or any other game that you're not gonna play in 3D. Go. Also, well, while I had this on, there was a game I was trying to remember if it was on this system by default or if I have to go get it. This hacked 2DSL. In my defense, I'm not the one who hacked it. I bought it like this. It came just like this. I don't think so. I was looking to see if it had Metroid Federation Force on it, or if I needed to go add that to it. The reason I would add Metroid Federation Force is not just so I can play it, because I have Federation Force over there, case and manual and everything. Well, I guess it didn't technically come with a manual, it just had a digital manual. But anyway, it's a multiplayer game. So I have two 3DSs, so if I had put the Federation Force on my hacked 2DS XL, I could play that one from here and play on my actual main 3DS with the 3D effect, with the actual cartridge that I own, and then be able to play some multiplayer Metroid Prime Federation Force. So I think that's going to be something I'd like to do one day. Booting up, we're in good shape. We got one. We got Project Cross Zone. We just got to get the other one before it disappears out of the possible price range. I'll have you know also, part of the reason I didn't buy this earlier is I don't know anything about the anime games that are all in this, or anime shows that are all in this thing. Oh, save file on the cartridge, that's right. Let's jump in on this existing save file, whatever. Just get a few little seconds of cross zone action just to get a quick idea of what this is, so we can boot it back up again later. We don't know who these people are. No idea what's happening. But it looks outstanding. Looks like some real quality 3DS RPG action. Oh, wipe out all enemies, defeat if they are defeated. Sometimes you can break objects. I can move around the little thing. Oh, I can move whatever I want. And by that I mean, you know, over here. Let's break that object. Oh, I'm good to keep moving. Amazing. Got combats. Oh, sweet. All right, I'm going to stop there. Stop there. But there's Project Cross Zone. It's working. Very exciting. I'll go ahead and shut this guy all the way down. Power off. There we go. Next up, another Blinkoom discussion one. Geometry Wars Galaxies. I think I traded this game in at some point. Back when I was like, you know, I had no job and money for the games that I needed to buy. So this was a game that I traded in at some point, and now I finally have brought it back into my collection. It was not very expensive. I thought these were more pricey than they were. Certainly I have digital copies of other Geometry War games on Xbox especially, but I don't have this original Wii one, and certainly I don't have a way to play it on Wii. without this one. So as you can see, it's got that cool like shimmery case. It's fun. Put a lot of effort into that case. Made by Sierra, R.I.P. Sierra, no longer with us. Okay, so for this one, oh yeah, case and manual, everything in there. I'm gonna take the artwork out because that's nice and fun and shiny. I don't want to mess that up, so I'll put that to the side so I can work on this sticker up here. That's got to go, and then other than that, just give it a nice cleaning. Yeah, this looks. I'm gonna actually take all the pieces and parts out because I can see this goo that's up here. I'm gonna need to like clean that. So let's remove all the pieces and parts and really give this a good cleaning. So we can start with that. I'm gonna get a little credit card thing to put behind the sticker to make it easier to kind of scrape off, which is what I'm gonna start. I'm gonna see if we can scrape anything off, see if it'll come off on its own. Oh, it's like right on the edge. But it does look like it's coming up. So if I can get this to peel off, that'll save me a lot of tough maneuvers later. Yeah, it's interestingly, the credit card's actually making this harder because it's of where this sticker happens to be. It's right on the spine. So I'm just going to slowly, carefully kind of peel under the corner here. Try to get underneath it, and hopefully this whole thing will come off in one big piece. But it does look like it's coming up way easier than I would have expected for a Wii game. I would have thought this sticker would have been old enough to be really, really stuck on here. But it's coming up. Coming up pretty good. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Can I just peel it? Yes and no. I'm getting parts of it. It is tearing right there. Yeah, a little bit of tearing. Let's go back to putting our credit card back under here again. There we go. All right. So I think if I just keep working all the way around the outside of this, should be in pretty good shape. This part up here did stop peeling as well. See if I can scrape that back under. Loosen that up just a little more. There we go. How about now? How do you feel about being peeled at this point? Coming up a little bit. As soon as it's starting to tear, what I'm doing here is just stopping. And I'm just trying to fix the part that was tearing. And then just a little bit of getting that Scotty peeler action underneath. There we go. It's coming up pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. Just need to do a little bit more cleanup on the spots that didn't come up. There's a little gouge here that was here before I started. I think someone else did that when they were peeling off the other sticker. They didn't get all of it, but they got most of it and said, that's good enough. They also appeared to gouge the case a little bit when they did it. All right. We are now free of sticker goo. Next step for us is just going to be to clean this off. So I'm going to take a paper towel, give it some all-purpose cleaner. I'll spread that around a little bit so it's not so concentrated in one spot. And then I'm just going to wipe out this case, try to get any other dirt and grime that comes off here. As I'm pulling up color like this, just a reminder that that's just dirt and grime that was on that case that would have sat on my shelf if I hadn't done this step that I'm doing now to clean that all off. Gross. All right, see if we can get underneath this a little bit. Good. A little bit underneath, not hoping for too much damage back there. All right, that's better on that side. Get these goober spots on the inside. That's a little better. Okay. Get just around the disc ring a little bit. There we go. That's looking much better so far. Much better. See if I see any other big spots I need to get off. Oh, it's just dust. Oops, sorry. Yeah. We're good. I'm happy with that. Let's put all the pieces and parts back in. How's our disc? No big complaints from me. I'll take that. All right, slide that in. Make sure the edges are not going past the vinyl at all. It's like we're good. There's Geometry Wars Galaxies ready to be placed on my shelf. Added to the collection. Nice. Next one in the, or next category in the pickup section is some part of the GameStop buy one get one free, no, buy one get one free sale they had. So most of what I got came in with you know, new sealed games, pretty good for GameStop, but a couple of them showed up like this with 1,000 new stickers all piled on top of each other as this game plummeted in price and no one wanted to pick up this copy. So after all my discounts, ended up getting this game for close to $15 or so. So that seems reasonable. Reasonable for a JRPG. So we'll slide that under here. I don't know if that's going to help me at all or not, but we'll put that there for now. I don't think these stickers will give me too much trouble, but I did at least want to go through the official method for removing these to make sure I don't make any goofs or anything. So it looks like it's pretty loose on this end. Oh yeah, came off in one good go. That is a thick pile of stickers. There's a lot there. All right, I'm gonna do the old use sticker goo to remove sticker goo from the corners method. All right, pretty good. Happy with that. I don't think I'm gonna. Do I want to try to save this sticker for anything? I mean, not really. Oh, it even says buy one get one right on the sticker. That's fun. I didn't even know it said that. That's cool. Nah. I'll let it go. I've got the other receipt inside there. Okay, and then the only other thing I'm going to do is, again, just wipe this down. It's obviously been sitting on display at GameStop this whole time and is probably not in super clean shape. So I'm going to kind of take a little bit of paper towel, a little bit of cleaner, spread that out a little bit. There we go. I'm not even going to take this artwork out. I'm just going to give it a little, just a quick wipe down. Shouldn't need as much as other games we're buying. It is still new. It is not that old of a game, so it can't have gotten that dirty in that amount of time. All right, there we go. Yeah, no visible sticker goo in the corner. That's a good sign. Everything else there looks pretty good. Happy with that. Ready to put Star Ocean: The Divine Force in my collection. Next up, just like it, Need for Speed Unbound, another one that was like, I don't know, $17-ish, $15-ish. I was going to keep waiting on this game and get it even cheaper later, but I kind of needed to get this one in order to get other deals and other games that made sense, so. Alright. That one's coming up pretty good, too. Do the same method on this one. Putting my finger back here so I don't like stretch the vinyl as I'm doing this. There we go. Now this one does have a little ring around it. I don't know if I can show it on camera. Yeah, there you can see a little bit of it. There's like a ring where the sticker used to be. I'm gonna see if I can get any of that off with just the sticker residue itself. And if not, then hopefully the cleaner will get the rest. Alright, that actually got most of it, I would say. Happy with that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. A little bit of cleaner, paper towel, wipe it on down. Paying a little more extra attention to where that sticker was. All right, there is Need for Speed Unbound. Now that I think about it, I don't think I own a ton of like Xbox Series X games. Like I own a lot of Xbox One games that sit on my shelf because they all look the same. But yeah, I don't actually own a ton of Xbox Series X games. Sorry, I just realized I don't think I covered or cleaned off the spine on this Geometry Wars, so I was just giving that a quick, yeah, I got something off of there. Gross. Glad I did that. Okay. Then the final one from my pickups is Anthem. This is my 4th copy of Anthem, I think. It's because I'm not here for the actual Anthem inside. I'm here for the case. This was part of a buy one get two free clearance deal. So this case alone was like $1.67. So that's pretty good in case you need to do a case swap later on. I thought I'd get in on that. I also got a PS4 version as well for the same purposes. If I have to do a PS4 case swap sometime, now I've got an Anthem on PS4. We are full up on Anthems. Shouldn't be too hard to get up either. It looks like it's the only sticker on here from what I can tell. And the corner wasn't on there that good because it was just barely off the vinyl. So this should be a pretty easy peel. But again, if I had waited 10, 15 years, this would be a much harder sticker to remove. Here we go. Excellent. Definitely not keeping that sticker because I'm probably not keeping the game and artwork either. Okay, gonna get a fresh paper towel. And wipe that one down. Doesn't look like I'm pulling up much color off this, which is good. I mean, it's not very dirty. Yep, looks pretty good. There's Anthem. Really, it's an empty case that I can use. Always good to have those. Or I could give it out as a Christmas present to, or a white elephant present to someone, maybe, you know? Who knows? Okay, so next up, now that we've cleaned up all of my recent pickups, we're going through some childhood games that I have that need some heavy-duty cleaning, stuff that I never really cleaned very much when I first got it, and now I'm going to, with all the tools I have and all the experience I have, hope to try to fix up some of these games that I should have. Well, I guess I did the best I could at the time. So here's Mario Party 3. Bought this from a Blockbuster. Probably glad I did, because I'm sure it never went down in price from the day I bought this. So before I get into it, here's my thinking. I don't think I can get the sticker off of the label without causing damage, so I'm not gonna. My plan is I'm gonna take like a razor blade and cut outside the label here. Try to leave this part intact, but peel off everything off the sides is my plan. So we'll see if we can get that to work. I think I can see signs where I tried to remove this sticker as a kid and could not get it. You can just see it just destroyed itself as I tried to clean that off years ago when I bought this from a Blockbuster. But I think now I might have the tools I need to try to work on this. I think this part here, yeah, I'm also going to probably do the same thing over on this side. I don't think I can get this tiny bit of sticker off the Nintendo label. I will probably just trim that off and let that live there forever. All right, so our main tool on this one's going to be heptane. We're going to use something stronger than our isopropyl alcohol, but not damaging to the plastic cartridge. That should really hope to eat away at any of this sticky residue that's underneath. I'm going to start with a plastic scraper, but if I have to switch to a metal one, I would not be surprised. Because if I just tried plastic scraper right now with no chemicals, not a lot's happening. I just can't get under there. That's quite a sticker, all right. Yeah. It's not coming out without some sort of chemicals. So we're going to try, not that one. Try fresh Q-tip. We're going to try dunking that in the heptane. I'm going to seal that back up before I have a chance to dump it on my desk, which I've done twice now. And I'm going to try to work around the outside of the sticker and hope that that gets at it, trying to avoid the label, which is even more challenging. Yeah, is that enough? Does that work to get under here? This is quite the challenge. So I am getting residue coming up. It's just so hard to get under that plastic. That plastic sticker that's intentionally meant to be permanent. Okay, so just for my own curiosity, let's try getting out a metal scraper and see what this does. See if I can do this without... Ooh, that is working pretty well, honestly. I just gotta figure out how to hold this in a way that I'm not gouging the plastic, not gonna cut myself. But can I just focus on that plastic sticker? So far, my experience here is it's doing exactly what I remember it doing when I was a kid, which is I can get it off a little bit at a time, but as soon as it comes off, it starts to just shred into little tiny bits forever. I can't get like a solid peel on it. got like a whole little ribbon of shard of sticker that came off. The whole thing, other than that, stayed put. All right, what if I hit that spot with heptane that I just hit? It's a little bit farther away from the label that I don't want to ruin, so I can be a little more heavy-handed on this part. Let's see if that does anything. Peel that off. Doesn't do much. Oh, there's something. Nope, just a shred. Just another little chunk that came off. Just shred it off. Nothing to peel up. Can't get it in one piece at all. Okay, well, even the heptane's not doing much here. Not really doing much. Probably what I'm doing is I'm probably gouging the plastic too with my metal, because it's just not coming up on its own without... It's not being nice to me. But I've got another idea. My other idea is I wonder if this isn't an opportunity to use heat. Because I don't have paper underneath here. It's just this plastic. Normally, I don't love using a heat gun, but I feel like this one might be worth at least attempting just to see what happens. I wish I had a crappier game to try this on than Mario Party 3. But I kind of want to give it a shot and see if I can heat up the adhesive enough that this comes off. So my heat gun is upstairs. So I'm going to go back. I got to go put on AFK real quick while I go get that. I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll try a heat gun, and we'll see if we can melt off any of this Blockbuster sticker. Maybe it'll work, maybe it'll be terrible, and we'll all laugh at my misfortune. So we'll see. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, but bad news, I don't have the heating tool. I just realized that my wife has it, and she's currently on vacation at a crafting retreat, and she would have taken it with her. So I don't have the heat tool, so I can't try that on this one. So, I guess I can keep trying to scrape at this. But it's just there, man. I don't even know if a heat tool would have worked either. It might have just melted the plastic instead of heating up the adhesive enough that it comes off. Yeah, we're still just kind of getting shards off of here, but we're not really getting good progress like I'd hoped for. Especially considering I still have to keep going. I have to go around the rest of this still. All right, executive decision. I'm going to bail on Mario Party 3 for now. We're going to come back to this another day, so I can at least try the heating tool. I just want to know if that will work, what that'll do. Because what I'm doing now is it's not really working. Like, it's coming off, but it's just millimeters of at a time. And I've got whole inches to get off. So we will bail on Mario Party 3. Switch to Blast Core, which is very dirty and definitely needs some hardcore cleaning. So we'll have to try it with this one. So we're going to try the same method, though, which is, can I get heptane on some of these metal labels and around the edges that it just eats away at the underside enough that it just, like, starts to come away. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this one, at least compared to last time. All right, let's start with plastic scraper. Let's see if that does it. So yeah, so here's what's happening here. I'm getting on top of this like plastic layer that's on top, but like underneath it is still the silver residue. You can see that. However, that silver residue will come off with heptane. So I'm good with this. I just need to keep going, get off this plastic. Can I actually pull it? I think I can pull it. Oop, nope, it just tore. Oh yeah, it's got a nice cool void sticker on here. Yeah, void, huh? Well, good news. I'm gonna get that off. Oh, I tore that part. We were doing good though. All right, close enough. We'll take off this big void sticker. It's all upset at me. Like, look, it's void. Haha, we've got you. And I'm like, no, you've gotten nothing. Because I'm going to take my heptane. I'm going to get nice and soaked. And we're just going to splash it right on that void sticker. More heptane. I just need a pool of heptane on here. All right, let's start there. Hey, dodecahedron, welcome on in. Not surprised Blast Core is dirty. A lot of dust and debris from all the explosions. That's right. That would do it. So with the heptane, this starts to kind of just scrape off, more or less. So there it goes. Starting to come off there, as you can see. So the secret to this void sticker is just heptane. So I'm going to get off as much as I can, and then we'll go back with more heptane bats as needed. I'm using the plastic here, by the way, so I don't scrape off or gouge it with the metal scraper. I'll go ahead and get a fresh Q-tip. And start fresh with more heptane action. Hey, dodecahedron, how's your day going over there? How are things? Got any big plans? Got any cool video games you're working on yourself over there? All right, pretty good. Go back and scrape more, and yeah, it's coming right off now. All right, so that's virtually gone now. Ooh, finally started playing Fire Emblem, the Game Boy Advance one on the Switch Online service, yeah? Oh, that guy's also just coming right off. That's nice. How's Fire Emblem treating you? What do you think? Do you have favorite characters as well? Who are your bosses that just clean up all the damage and just murder everybody on the screen? I think I recommended it 15 or 20 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, the good news is you now have plenty other Fire Emblem games to play if you finish this one and say, boy, that was fun. What else is there that I can play that's just like this? All right, here's a status report. So we've got like just some residue of some sort on there, but he can't really read the void. The plastic's off. By the way, I don't think I can do anything about this. This guy's probably going to live here. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but let's focus on the easy part for now. So we're going to take a paper towel. I'm going to do heptane. We're going to get this pretty soaked. In fact, I might have to go refill my heptane at the end of the stream. Looks like it. I'm running low. I've got more in a big bottle, but it's a pain to refill. All right, so with a paper towel, let's go at this. Again, trying to not get too close to that actual label. And yeah, something's coming off for sure. All right, I'm gonna get in here with this scraper real quick. There we go. Progress report. That's way better. We just need to do it again. It just needs more. And it needs another spot to do it in so I can pick up whatever that residue is. Paid a lot of attention to Dorcas because we enjoyed the funny name, and now he's a heavy hitter. Yes, Dorcas is amazing. He has a fun storyline too. He's like, I'm just here because of my family. They are poor and I need the money. I don't love killing people, but I do enjoy a paycheck and I enjoy sending money home to my family. So yeah, Dorcas is great. Oh my goodness, we are in great shape over here now. By the way, let's see what else I can clean off of here without touching labels. Oh yeah, I have a whole nother sticker back here that I still have to get. Same void situation. So yeah, right now can't get under there. It just can't find a corner, but yet still have a little bit more heptane. Still have one unused side of a Q-tip. Do the same thing, get that nice and soaked. I'm gonna go around the outside of this sticker. Sorry, I'm a little off camera. There we go. Go around the outside of this label, hoping that this will eat underneath, especially where this Nintendo label is. Yeah. Get in those little grooves and get under there. And hopefully I'll be able to peel that off. That heptane lid back on before spill it. But I'm happy you're enjoying your Fire Emblem and not just playing it just to see what it is and like what the heck is Chad keep talking about with this game. I'm glad that you also find it fun to play. There we go. We got under it. We got under. Okay. So here we go. Starting to come off underneath. Only a little bit of silver residue. Not too much, but that's okay. Because we're just going to get it off with heptane when we're done here anyway. So we'll go ahead and do the big peel. Good look at that. Leaving some nice void behind. But that's not a problem for us. We know how to get rid of that. Alright. Yet another fresh Q-tip. Alright, so if you like that Fire Emblem game and you get to the end and you're saying you want some more, the other Game Boy Advance game, Sacred Stones, is pretty good too. It's pretty good. I don't like it as much as the one you're playing now, but it's fine. The reason I don't like it so much is it starts to introduce like grinding, like not really on purpose necessarily, but it has where like just like, you know, there's just, you can just do a random battle on a map anytime you want now in the sequel, and I think that messes with the balance. I think the balance was perfect in the first one, that just like if you wanted more experience points, you just had to be careful like who was going to get the final kill and who you used. You know, who got used was how you leveled up. Once you got to the sequel, they made it so it got to the point where like anybody, like, I mean, it's kind of good in a way that like you can level up anybody you want to. But I think it was just, they had it just right the first time. All right, we've got most of this void coming off. We'll be ready to move to paper towel here in a second. Now, the sequel did introduce some really cool things, like you can promote a unit 3 times in a couple special instances. That's really cool. Yeah, we're at paper towel time. So yeah, there's a few beloved characters in Sacred Stones that are just, you know, super great. It's pretty good. The GameCube and Wii ones, honestly, I might say you could just skip those entirely because they're slower to play. And a little, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to have, you know, one of those systems to play it on. Like emulation's not quite as easy on a GameCube or Wii as the Game Boy Advance was. What are we cleaning? Scotch and Hobbies, welcome in. We are cleaning Blast Core. This was covered in stickers from Blockbuster that said Void on them. They're all metallic. It was gross. We're at the final stages of Blast Core right now, cleaning this off. This is a game that I think I rented a bunch as a kid. I don't think I ever owned it. I eventually did buy it super cheap from some used game store, and it was in a former Blockbuster game or something. Not even Blockbuster, some other former rental game that was in really rough shape. So what we're working on right now is trying to get it to as good of a condition as we can. This sticker on the front, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that off, but that's all right. All right, so we got a bunch of heptane on here, and we're gonna use that heptane to just remove the goobers. Plenty of goobers, especially on the back where that void sticker was. So I'm trying my best to avoid this sticker here too, the label, because that will get eaten away if I'm not careful. But there's also sticky stuff right on the edge of it, so it might just be a little bit of collateral damage. All right, how am I doing? I think that might be just about it for heptane. Let's take another look. Yeah, what void stickers? I don't see them anymore. That one that was over there, it's like completely gone. So heptane was our secret on that. I'm shocked I'm sad it didn't work on Mario Party 3 yet. So we'll have to find some more solutions for Mario Party 3. We'll keep working on that one. And I'll bring it back to another stream later when I can figure out what I want to do with that. But here's Blast Core. Just for fun, let's just see if I can get just any of this sticker off. I'm sure the answer is no, because it's on the actual artwork. But maybe if I'm super slow and patient, I can get this off a little bit. Thankfully, this corner is kind of weak, so it gives me a starting point. I don't think there's going to be any, like, just pick it up and peel action. I think I'm going to have to go nice and slow on this one. Blast Core was a childhood favorite of yours, but you were horrible at it because you didn't know what you were doing. You've never gone back as an adult. Yeah, I think I have gone back to it at some point and was like, I'm no better at this than I was back then. This is still wacky. Some of it was super easy, straightforward, and fun, and some of it was like, what am I supposed to do here? The sideswipe guy, that guy was like a mess. I was like, I can never get him to sideswipe correctly. This is so hard. But there's another guy, like the guy on the cover, he just like flies down and stomps stuff. That was, who didn't love just to flying from above and stomping down on stuff? That was great. All right, so this is actually coming up more than I thought. I thought I was going to have to be leaving it all alone, but it is very stubborn. So we're just going to have to take our time on this one and go nice and slow. It's kind of cutting itself at times. Wonder if I can get any other edges up. think so. And then other than that, yeah, we're just talking about Fire Emblem in here. Hey, Dodecahedron just started playing the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem recently, so we were chatting about that before you got in. Okay, let me show you a little bit what we got going on here. You can see on the back of this sticker, it is peeling off some of this Nintendo label here too. So some of that ink is coming off. I have to decide whether I think this is worth it or not to keep going. I think I'm going to try it. It's going to have a lot more of this sort of like white stuff, missing stuff here, but I think this white sticker here is not doing me any good anyway. So even bad blast core behind it is going to be better than this white sticker on top. So I'm going to keep going. You only ever played the Fire Emblem games on 3DS? Fire Emblem Awakening is very good. It's very good. That, in fact, I would say that's still my favorite Fire Emblem. Maybe Three Houses? Boy, it's close. And I gotta play Engage still, too. That's gonna be... the only reason I haven't played it yet is because I already have a letter F beaten, and I know that's too long of a game to try to throw in toward my yearly challenge of all the letters. Ooh. Oh, it was already torn. It was torn before I got here. Ugh. I don't think you can see that, but I got this corner started, and all of a sudden this whole thing snapped off. And it's already ripped off the label under there. It's almost like a Schrodinger's box situation where it's like, do you just want to wonder what's underneath here and imagine it? Or do you want me to peel off this sticker and know that it's all destroyed and disgusting underneath there? Like, which is worse? I feel like at this point I've already come this far that I have to keep going, but... Still need to do a V, a Q, and a number. I was going to end up doing Visage as my V, but didn't end up liking the game too much. Yeah, I think I found that, like, as we're getting near the end, that's my biggest challenge with the challenge, is in advance, you sort of have to know what game am I going to beat, and, like, what if they stink, you know? Like, you don't want to force yourself to keep playing a game that's garbage just because you need a letter beaten. At least I don't. I would rather play a new game. But then again, yeah, like... It's hard to swap to a completely different game with the same letter, maybe, but different genre, different everything. It may not fit what you were looking to play. Boy, a V. I guess you could try another Valkyria Chronicles game you haven't finished yet. I don't think you've played 2 yet on the PSP, right? If you did nothing but that, I bet you could totally get that done. This part's coming up pretty okay. You have to be real careful right here at the seam. Not play 2 or 3, but you don't think you have enough time for that? Yeah. They're not short games, that's for sure. I wonder if the PSP one is like a little bit shorter because it's portable, or if it's just as bad, just as long. If I remember right, I thought you had a hacked PSP or Vita or something too, if I remember right, so that you could obtain Valkyria Chronicles 2 relatively easily, which is tempting to at least try it, but you're right, it's a long one. Visage isn't a garbage game. It's very good looking and well made and scary, you just didn't like it. Interesting, yeah. My V game I'm working on currently is Virtua Tennis on Game Boy Advance. But again, like, I don't know how to get to the end of this game. It kind of feels like it's meant to just go forever. Do a quick status report on this one. So we've got this end of the sticker coming up, and it's looking pretty good. There's not a lot of artwork coming up with it. So I think if I keep working on this bottom side, we'll get more label than tear, I'm hoping. You have a hacked Vita, so the whole PSP library is at your fingertips, and you could play it. How long to beat it has 37 hours, which is probably 50 for you. That's tempting. I mean, that's long, yes, but it's long for a game that I think you'll like and want to play anyway, and so that's why it's tempting. If you knew it was like a garbage game or you weren't sure about it, like 37's a lot, but to play another Valkyria Chronicles game after you liked 4 and 1 so much, that's tempting. That's tempting. Maybe you can try to do your number and your queue first and leave that for last so you know how much time you have left. I know my number game is going to be a James Bond game, a 007 game. Quite a lot of those start with 007 and then the subtitle of the game. I just can't figure out which system to do. So my first thought was to do The World Is Not Enough on Nintendo 64, but I don't know if I can play a first-person shooter with those old Nintendo 64 controllers anymore. I don't know if I can get into it. Like, when I tried the GoldenEye remaster earlier, it really was hard. Everyone said, like, these controls are tough, and I was like, you're just not as old-fashioned as me. I can do it. And then I played them, like, yikes, it's a little rough. I don't know if I can do it, but I do have 007 Bloodstone on Xbox 360. I've got several on the Nintendo GameCube, so I could do a GameCube GoldenEye game, or sorry, a GameCube 007 game. I could do that. So we'll see. You might just get a Genesis Everdrive and play some random V&Q game. Vector Man, there you go. Vector Man on Sega Genesis, that's a V. No one's talked about Vector Man in a while. That'd be a pretty fresh beat. Vector Man is fun as hell, but gets pretty hard at the end. Never beaten it, but you've come close. But it's too long for an action platformer. True, but if you had save states with your Everdrive, it's also tempting. But the big one I'm working on right now is still XCOM Chimera Squad. I probably have about 5-ish hours more to go on that. There's a chance I might even finish that this weekend. We'll see. And then yeah, we'll have to figure out what's happening after that. I've got an odd O game that I'm kind of excited about. For O game, I want to play Odama, which is a GameCube pinball game that you play with a microphone. Like, you shout commands into the microphone, and that's how you play this weird Odama game. So I think I want to do that one pretty soon. I think that would be fun. All right, so here's our next status update. Looks like we're saving this Nintendo logo. I'm a little worried about this seal of quality, though. See if you can see it, but yeah, you can see that's starting to tear for sure, and all this is starting to come up. And I don't think there's anything I can do to get that back down. But really, it's just trying to save as much of this middle section as I can. The KA is just barely starting to come off on the very edge there, too. Tried playing V's or VVVVVV earlier and got stuck in that game. Yeah, I don't think I got very far in that one either before I was like, whoop, that's I feel like I got the point, but I'm done. I'm kind of looking forward to even just a January kind of like year-end review stream where I talk about like everything I did in 2023, but also like what I learned about it. Like, how did it feel to do the alphabet challenge and to like really commit myself to like the poly kill challenges? Because there's parts of it I do really like, but there's parts of it that I don't. I don't like the like, even if you're not happy with a game, you got to go keep going until you get to the finish line. We've got this almost gone at this point. It's really just trying to figure out how to dismount. So we've got this tear. It's just about done. And then this is obviously tearing here as well. So it's like, how do I stop that damage? So I'm going to keep working from the middle here. And then we'll hopefully figure it out. Okay, that's free. That's done. Now let's just carefully work it on this side until we get to that part that's tearing. Oh, I just felt it. Okay. See if I can peel from up here at all. Okay, right here. I gotta get that off. That's it. Somehow this got stuck back down after I pulled it off. There we go. Okay. So we got this whole thing off relatively in one piece. But you can look at the back to see what came with it. So a little bit of that Nintendo seal of quality and a little bit of that KA rating. And then let's get a good look at that finished product so far. So, well, it's not quite finished. It's certainly better than it was. I gotta give credit for that. So yes, we've got a little tear here, but in general, most of that is intact. Now it is really like rough and sticky right here, but I can't use any chemicals on that other than maybe just some all-purpose cleaner. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish with some all-purpose cleaner on here and see if we can say that's good enough. Oh yeah, we also have to get clean the contacts too. Those contacts are gross in there. Yeah, look at that. That's gross. So we're gonna have to get in there. You liked last year's challenge of beat a game from every year you're alive more because it forced you to play more of your retro stuff, whereas this challenge you mostly have played PS3, PS4, PS5. Yeah, I think the every year you're alive was a fun idea, but there's too many games for 1 year for me for that. I tried to do both at once, and I have to give up on the years because I'm already having enough trouble getting to all the letters. Okay, so we're gonna try some all-purpose cleaner on a paper towel. I'm going to start outside. I don't actually want to start on the label yet. I'm too scared of it. I'm scared to touch that label. So we're just going to give it an all-purpose cleaning all on the outside first. Clean off the gunk. And then, now that we're kind of wiped out a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's coming up color. Okay. I'm not sure it's worth it. If I use my thumb just a little bit, which I almost never do, I use my plastic scraper, but this way I can really feel it. And just carefully try to at least gum it into a corner. Can I gum it into one side or push it off the edge, maybe? I don't need it perfect. I just need it better. Just need it a little bit better. For the year part challenge where you try to beat one for every year, I think I'm just going to continue into 2024 and not give up on that challenge, just instead give myself an extension and say I couldn't do it in that time frame, but I still like the idea. I don't want to start over either. I'm just going to keep going. So thanks to like the like Atari anniversary collection that's come out and stuff, I can hit some of those older years that are from like before I even owned video games, but I was alive. Because my first video game experience other than that would have been 1987. I got 3 more years than that to do. All right. I think we're going to call this, at least on the outside, we're going to call this good enough. I guess there's a little bit of goober up here, but it's fine. I'm actually pretty happy we got most of that label off. I wasn't even going to try. And then just at the end, I was like, well, let's give it a shot. And then it started to come up. So here we are. Speaking of here we are, we got to open this guy up and get at this board. This board is gross. You know what, let me clean up my workstation just a little bit. Put away the scrapers and that. Yeah, you just had to go back to 1990. Yeah, not as bad. Oh yeah, I've done this before. Okay, so I have to peel this sticker back. I just put my scraper away. I have to peel the sticker back in order to open this up. So one of these two sides is probably easier to get up than the other. I just don't know which side. There we go. Now I'm the one who put these stickers on, so I can only be mad at myself. This end label sticker. I did that. That was me. And I do it again. So I don't even need to get this all the way off. I just need to get it halfway up. And then I can peel this back. Boy, it's on there good though. It is gotten on there. Probably because it was dirty underneath before I put it on. I probably put it on some other like store label and was like, there, now you can't even see it. Yep, there's some sort of store label or something underneath there. All right, that should do it. No, it didn't. More. There we go. Okay, we're open. We're good. Ah, I fell for this again. I need to get another screwdriver to get those out. Try again. All right, taking these screws off to remove the shielding. Carefully trying to put all these pieces to the side so I can remember how to put this back together. All right, let's take a look at our damage of this board. It's not great. Especially this side, not great. But I think it's fixable. So we're gonna rely on our pinky eraser here. I'm just gonna push down toward the bottom. And then probably do some side-to-side action after that, because it looks like it needs it. Yep, let's go for it. All right, how about a progress report? Let's see what we're looking at now. Now look at those contacts. Shiny. Much better. Much better. And then we'll do a little isopropyl alcohol after that, and hopefully that'll get it. Now, when I go test this game, I'm going to struggle, but yeah, once again, here's our before. When I'm gonna test this game, I'm gonna struggle because my Nintendo 64 unit needs cleaned real bad. I gotta figure out how to do that at some point. I think I need like an old T-shirt or something, and then shove a card, like a credit card, into the slot to get that clean, and like use a bunch of isopropyl alcohol on that. So I still have to do that at some point. So even if I get this super clean, it may not work in my Nintendo 64 until I clean that out some better, do a better job on that. That Nintendo 64's had a rough life. You've seen worse, yes. I agree. I have seen worse. I've probably cleaned worse on this exact stream. But it was bad enough that I said I can't just use a Q-tip on that and some isopropyl alcohol. I gotta get in there. Alright, here's another status report. Oh, that looks so much better. We got some real grime off there. We did pretty good. Top could use a little bit more TLC. It's not quite done up here. It's a little better. Got some eraser shavings there. Get a fresh Q-tip and give that an isopropyl alcohol scrubbing. Go. Good. I am getting some color off of here though, so good we did this. It's pretty good. Flip it over, get the other side, and if we need to get more alcohol we will, but we'll start here. All right. Pretty dirty, but I think that's gonna do it. I think that should do it. Cool. Old-fashioned blow-on cartridge, just for funsies. Okay. Now, can't remember which way this goes in. Oh, first try. Okay. And we gotta get... No, wait. Wrong order. This guy. This little black piece scoots in here on the end. Hopefully it's not backwards. It might be. I can do it this way too if I need to. Well, that isn't great. There we go. Now we got that in there. Ah, yes, and then the part where you have to shove the metal into place. Love that part. I guess that works. It's not as snug as most Nintendo 64 cartridges are, but it's in there. And then we got 2 screws to hold it in place, so I guess we'll just do that part next. And we'll be alright. Okay. Alright, no rattling. That's good. Nope, nope, backwards. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, get those little gaps in there. Okay. I'm not going to push that in yet till I put these down. Fumble. Alright, that's nice and tight. So now I can put that label back down. There we go, like it never happened. Go. There's blast core. I noticed that I was cleaning. There's a goober right there I want to get rid of. See if I can just get it with just paper towel. Yep, looks like it. Let's go ahead and keep going with this while we got it. Yeah, not more than that. You're getting some ink off of there, buddy. Stop there. Okay. Speaking of stop there, that's Blast Core. Looks much better. Brush your teeth real quick, buddy. There you go. I think I am actually going to give this one more on the inside to kind of get around the cartridges. Like, I cleaned the cartridge great, or the pins, but like around here might be pretty gross. So I'm just going to clean the entire little hole they got there and give it one last wipe down. Yeah, we got a bunch of garbage off there. That was just around the cartridge itself. There we go. Okay. Good enough, I think. Let me see if this comes up with any color or not. Okay, let me keep going. Just a little more. Okay. Well, that's Blast Core. That should be good to go at this point. How are we doing? Let's see, we got 140. Been going for not quite 2 hours yet. I've got a few more I could do if I wanted to. Let me clean off my mat just a little bit more here for a sec too. I'm covered in junk. Well, I guess I can get it later. I'll just move it to one side. There, because I'll do this like this mat like a whole bath or something when I'm done after this stream. But for now, that'll do it. Okay. Here's a game that is coming out on a remaster. Here's my original copy of Batten Kaido's Origins, but I have this sticker here that's not really helping anything. You can't read it, and it's just a sticker that says new. It's the only sticker I have on here. Everything else should be good. I've got that code doesn't work anymore. Try and fail. But yeah, I've got my original cases and everything here. Manual's back there. Looks good. I just want to get that sticker off. I don't really need this. And it'll be easier to remove now than it will be anytime in the future, so might as well do it now. Let's try this side. All right, there we go. There we go. Nice. You want Batten Kaido's Origins, I bet. I'm looking forward to the remaster. I'm curious to see how it goes. It does seem like remasters fall into one of two camps these days, though. It's either it's the same game just ported, and maybe they just did it so they still held the rights to it, the copyrights to it. And sometimes it's, we've absolutely fixed up this game. It's super great now. I bet this is more of the former. I bet they didn't do much to fix it up. I bet it's not really that much different. And I bet there's not much reason to get the Switch version. As long as you have a version, you should be good. Man, what is that little smuts right there? Get out of here. Don't make me use my heptane on you. Alright, we're good. We got it. We got it. Surprising to see even a game like this that I'm like, you know, I bought this new at GameStop at some point and has been sitting on my collection on my shelves this whole time. It's still like a little bit dirty. Like there's still some color that's coming up here. All right, that was actually much, much faster than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be cleaning Batten Kaido's a lot longer, working on that, so we got that Don't forget the third remaster type. We tried to make it better, but we completely goofed it up worse than the original. Is that like the Grand Theft Auto ones, maybe? All right, next up is a stack of Wii games that are kind of the same boat. I bought this one at GameStop. I actually have a receipt. This can be fun. Let me go through this receipt, make sure I hide any stuff we don't want to know in here. We'll just fold that back. There we go. So let's take a look at these things I bought from GameStop back on... This would have been... It was on here somewhere. I know there's a date here somewhere. There it is. Okay, August 23rd, 2014 is when I bought a PSP Slim component cable for $5.39. I think that's pretty well sought after today. Dragon Quest Monsters Joker on Nintendo DS for $6.29. Meteos Disney Magic on DS for $3.59. Shiren the Wanderer on Wii for $2.69. I remember that doesn't have artwork though. Very sad. Ghost Squad on Wii for $2.69. And then this copy of SSX Blur cost me 89 cents. So for 89 cents, I didn't mind that I had weird stickers stuck to it. Grand Theft Auto Life is Strange. Oh, Silent Hill 2 and 3. That's the other big one I forgot about. Yeah, that one was a bad one. I didn't know the Life is Strange remake got goofed up, though. That one was new to me. I didn't know about that one. Tell me about that. What happened with the Life is Strange one? The pretty flimsy GameStop stickers has been here for a while, so not as easily peeling off as the Batten Kaitos one, which is funny because the Batten Kaitos one is a newer sticker, or sorry, an older sticker. I mean, because like, well, I mean, I would assume if it was a GameCube game, it would have come before this Wii game, but yet that sticker came off like it wasn't that old. So I don't know. It's coming up pretty good. Just take some patience. But we'll get this. We'll get this SSX Blur sticker off of here. Life is Strange was very buggy at launch. I see. sticker's starting to just kind of just fall apart on me entirely. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to do the big rip and tear here, and then get back to whatever I can hit. It's kind of just getting in my way. This one's gonna need a little heptane when we're done to get rid of the sticker residue. Here we go, here we go. Nope. I'll start. Okay, okay. Let's try some heptane on there, see if we can scrub it away. No. There you go. Like it's stuck. All right. Cap on there before I make a mess. So we got that first sticker off pretty good. Pretty good. Next up is a messy spine sticker. Thankfully it's not on the artwork, it's just on the case. In fact, I might as well go ahead and take this apart. Make it a little bit easier to see what I need to get off here. Am I gonna get lucky? Can we peel it off? Not quite. Tore right there. Let's shove that back under there. I'm gonna peel off this side a little bit more before I go for that peel method. Alright, is that enough? Is that enough? Tear there and back here. Spot to tear up there. I'm not sure why that happened. Nope, whatever. Fell apart. Alright, so right here, yeah, we've got just a bunch of just junk residue. And try to get the paper stuff off first, and then we'll resort to chemicals later if we have to. Nope. Falls apart. Oh boy. I'm getting closer and closer to just dousing this in chemicals and calling it a day. Yeah, it's just garbage. All right. You made me mad. I'm this mad. All right, so we got some goo gone this time. Just gonna get that all over it. Let it soak in for a minute. Let it think about what it's done. All this work for a 99-cent game. Hydrate break. There we go. Coming up a little easier now. It's still shredding, but it's coming up. So now it's like a lotto ticket. So yeah, this method works fine too. You can use Goo Gone. I don't talk about this method very often because I don't like it as much, but there's some times where I'm just like, fine, you get destroyed. And that's what Goo Gone will do. It just kind of destroys the sticker. But you still have to go back in and like scrape it all off. You can't, it doesn't just wipe off or anything like that. So it can lead to easy gouging. It can lead to like crazing, where like you see like a foggy mark where it used to be. But on the spine, that's not as much, not important. And yeah, and then you get all these little shards that are just everywhere, and they just get stuck. There we go. Now we can just get the little bits I missed. How are you still on here? Are you underneath? Nope. All right, close enough. Now the final step on here for sure though, is we're gonna have to use the all-purpose cleaner and a lot of it to make up for the harsh Goo Gone chemical we used on it. But that said, this case was also gross anyway. Definite grime and dirt off of there. You can get the inside a little bit. Cool. That looks okay on the inside. All right. There we go. Close enough. Get that where that sticker was a little bit more. Close enough. Doesn't need to be perfect. Always got to remind myself. Or I could be here forever. Now that's on the inside. Do I have any gaming goals for myself for next year outside of whatever Polykill decides to do? That's a very good question. I'm still thinking about it. I don't think I have an answer yet. I think there's a lot of short-term goals I have. Like, I want to play Fire Emblem Engage. I want to do some more PC streaming beyond just my, like, XCOM that I've been doing now that I have a gaming PC. I do want to keep going down the idea of playing games from previous years and keep going down that. I do have an analog pocket now too, so I want to do a little bit more, you know, find a game to plug in there and just take it with me wherever. Right now, Virtua Tennis is not exactly the most exciting game to take with me everywhere. By the way, this is our finished product on SSS Blur. Pretty good shape. How about you, Scotch and Hobbies? Anything for you you're thinking of? Any plans you're making in advance? Things you've thought about doing next time? Meanwhile, here's another game that, like, physically is fine. It looks okay. The problem is this case is super gross. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a weird, like, kind of acidy look to it, I guess. So all I really need to do here is I just never clean this one off before I put it in my collection. So I'm just taking a clean paper towel. We're just spraying it. And we're just wiping it down. And then we should be good. Oh, that looks so much better already. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's gross. That was on there. That was on my case. All that brown stuff. Just needed cleaned. That's all it needed. Just needed a nice wipe down before I put that in my storage with everything else. Gross. Few little spots there. What's going on there? Is that on the case? That is on the case. Give it another spray. We'll start on the back side this time. All right. Bonus reversible art cover. Really? Aw, dang. The other side, y'all. Now that is some anime garbage right there. Look at that. That was on the other side. I could swap it right now if I want. I don't like that big red one. I want to change it up. I might do it just to say I did. Change it out. Gotta bend it back the other direction, but that's all right. It's got a long time to sit on that shelf to work on itself. Yeah, look at that game now. That looks like a totally different game. That is the best boxing game, or best boxing anime. That looks better, doesn't it? Looks like I imported this from Japan. Heck yeah. I've got to catch up on my anime at some point too. Alright, next up on the just gotta clean off the old label WarioWare Smooth Moves that I had since, you know, launch, whatever. Oh, it's got a sticker on the back too. Yeah, we gotta get that off and get that junk off up here. That's probably another Gugon mess, but we'll try scraping a little bit just to see if anything comes off. Oh, this little thing coming off. Whatever this is, that's got to go before I put that Gugon on here. Hajime no Ippo, something like that. That's right. I've heard of it. I just have not done nearly good enough job catching up on anime stuff. Anytime I have spent that could be spent toward watching anime, I'm spending toward playing video games generally. Ah, gonna be like that, huh? There's like 3 different store stickers on this case. This is, I think, a Best Buy sticker up here, then a GameStop sticker underneath, and just another one that just looked like a regular like yard sale sticker. Ugh. I know Gugon is in our future on this case too. Getting assisted by the lo-fi Chrono Trigger beats to clean up case 2 in the background. That helps. Okay, 2 out of the 3 are gone. Now for this last one on the front, and then we gotta flip it over and do the back. Then we'll have to get rid of any of the residue. Oh, that was so good for a measly little torn up sticker like that. Oh, that was awesome. That felt good. That was satisfying. Alright, so I gotta clean up that gunk, but I'll come back for that because I'll do it at the same time I'm cleaning up this gunk. But yeah, for going back to the anime discussion, I think I can count the number of animes I've seen, like TV shows that is, on like 2 hands, which is too few. Obviously Cowboy Bebop. I've watched Cowboy Bebop twice at least, maybe 3 times through. That one is very good. But also did check out Wolf's Rain. I liked it until the end, and then I hated it. I've checked out Trigun. Again, loved it until near the end, then I got confused and hated it. Hated is too strong of a word, that's not fair. I did watch Carol and Tuesday and really liked that one. That one was good all the way to the end. What else? There's a few slice of life animes I've seen that I absolutely do not remember the names of anymore. But there's a ton of really good ones I know I need to see. They're like been on my list forever. I don't currently have a subscription to anything other than like, you know, Netflix or whatever. But even if I did have one, I'd probably... The reason I canceled my subscription that I did have is it was just sitting there not being used. Let's see, I was watching My Hero Academia for a while until, again, my subscription lapsed because I wasn't watching it. I feel like I need to start all over on that one, too. I've like gotten to the point where I don't know if I remember all the characters enough. If I got back into it. All good shows. My big problem with it's not just anime, it's like all television shows though, is I hate binging. I really don't like... I watched like an entire series in a weekend and now I kind of don't remember anything that happened because I just watched it so dang fast. And so I want to watch stuff like one episode at like per day in theory, but then it takes forever to get through because it's like, yeah, if something's got 100 episodes, you're like, okay, cool, you're gonna get finished with that in friggin' 3 months at best. And then whoever I'm watching stuff with is always like, that was a cliffhanger, we gotta keep going. And I'm like, nah, that's my limit. One episode. And they're like, what is wrong with you? Which, fair, valid question. But that's part of why I haven't watched a lot of anime, is I'm not good at binging. I don't like to binge. I'll binge video games, but I don't like binging TV shows or anime. Ugh. Yeah, forget it. Actually, now that I think about it, another time I really like watching anime is when I'm sick with the fever. Like, you know, the fevers where like you can't sleep, but you can't like get out of bed and can't move anywhere. I do enjoy a good anime for those. Here's the problem. I haven't been sick like that in forever. I got sick like that when I had like COVID, but that was a different kind of sickness because that like affected my brain. Like I had huge brain fog, so I struggled to enjoy video games and everything back then when I had COVID. I was 6 weeks of worthless when that happened. I was in no good shape at all. So if I was gonna watch something, it had to be something easier than anime to digest because I couldn't read subtitles or anything. Too much. Yeah, when you had COVID, you laid on the couch watching anime all week? Yep. Find it hard to watch longer series because you don't watch consistently enough, then you forget what was happening. Yeah. Sleeping. Oops, nope, not this one. I actually want Gugon. Where'd that go? Here it is. So just kind of wiping off some of that goo while I have this out. Cool. I might need even a little bit more than that. Yeah, sleeping. For some reason, I could not sleep when I had COVID. Maybe it's because I had trouble breathing too much. But that was part of why I had it for so long, I think, is because I couldn't sleep. That was a mess. Alright, we're just going to shred this parts off here at this point, thanks to the Goo Gone. Next up is just some cleaner. To go back and remove that Goo Gone we just put on there. Alright, WarioWare Smooth Moves is looking much better now. Gotten most of the gunk and grime off of there. Make sure I get the edges while I'm here. Yep, that one is another one that needed more attention once I got it. Once I brought it home, I should have cleaned that off. Now we're okay, but cool. Alright, and then my last one of the stack, at least for now, last one of the stack of stickers to remove. A nice copy of Wii Fit Plus. Supposedly I bought this for $3. June 2016 is when this Goodwill sticker was put on here. If I remember right, I had the first Wii Fit and just never really went out of my way to get the Wii Fit Plus. That's why I eventually did get this. I got it for not as cheap as the game ever got or anything, not the 99 cents that it was at some point, but I did get it for like $3 probably. Hard to say you overspent at $3, but this one probably came close. Come on, Goodwill sticker, you're killing me, buddy. Look at this. Get out of here. There we go. I'm gonna clean up that residue later. I probably gouged it too. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Speaking of gouging, someone before me has gouged this corner real bad. It's already can't do that badly to it, I guess. And get like kind of all four corners up on this one, I think. Well, 3 of the corners. One's kind of already up before I started. We'll see if we can peel this enough that we can just get the whole thing off at once, if we're lucky. Do have to be careful over here where that gouge is, though. Okay. No, negative. Your Wii collection is so small and curated, I don't even own a Wii Fit. Mine was curated, and then I broke it wide open. I'm starting to get some real shovelware in there. I think because some of the games have just gotten so cheap on the Wii. There's some game I was looking at the other day that's like is it a Konami game, I think? Like a Konami made like exercise game, whatever. But I was looking at price charting and saw that like literally right now is the cheapest this game has ever been. And it goes for like $9 or something like that. And even then I'm like, I'm going to keep waiting. I bet I'm going to get it cheaper than $9. But I guess my thinking is like, if I already have the Wii balance board and I'm not getting rid of that, I might as well go get any good games that use the Wii balance board. You know, like imagine if you had like Guitar Hero guitars still, and you were able to just add all the Guitar Hero games for cheap, just to have more games you can play with those guitars. I guess I see it kind of like that. Just not as much fun as Guitar Hero, probably. But honestly, I'm thinking that I might stick in. If I had any chance of finishing one of these games, it would be kind of hilarious to go on Polykill and tell everybody I beat like Zumba Core or something, right? Like that's a fitness game. That's a genre nobody else has in their beat tweets. So there's a small part of me that's really tempted by that too. Let me get it. Zumba starts with Z. Yeah, so you've got Guitar Hero guitars for PS2 and PS3, play them often. So yeah, like again, imagine if you're like, oh look, it's a Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Like I know it's not good, maybe you're not the biggest Aerosmith fan, but is it worth it to say, here's more tracks I can play on my Rock Band peripherals that I do already have? Yeah, you're not gonna come up? You're not gonna come up? We have ways of making you come up. You don't mind the price stickers on your cases, like when you bought Silent Hill for $8? I go back and forth. I think if it's from my childhood like a childhood game, I agree. I don't mind being able to show like, ha, I bought this game for super cheap and y'all played a bajillion dollars for it. You were all fools. I do get that. Oh, there's another sticker back here I didn't know was here. Darn it. Okay. On the other hand, ones like this where you can't even read anything from them, like you can't see what price you paid for them, those ones I'm like, let's get those off. That's basically what I did. My collection has a bunch of cheap stickers on games that are worth a lot of money now. I have a sticker on Chibi Robo, for example, that's like $12.99 or something like that. And that game goes for easily 10 times that now. So that one I'm leaving on there. But ones like this where, like, what does that tell you? Like, you bought it from GameStop, sure, but, like, there's no memory attached to that. There's no, not even the price where you can, like, rub it in someone's face that, like, this is the price you paid for it. Heck, this GameStop sticker is not even my GameStop sticker. It's from whoever bought it before they took it to Goodwill or whatever. So this does not spark joy, so it must go. You know what I just realized? Like, it's like 2.5 hours into my... Yep. It's like 2.5 hours into my stream. I just realized I still have it on XCOM. Come on, buddy. What are you, new? Well, a little late for that, but at least I did it before the stream ended, I guess. GB Robo was absurdly expensive. Don't care about it enough to spend this absurd money on it like you would on some PS2 games. Yep. Yep, I agree. I almost bought a for me, absurdly expensive PS2 game just yesterday, but I didn't win the auction. I had two big auctions. I think you were there for the Blink stream that I missed out on, that had Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles in it, and also two other games that I didn't own that would have been nice. Someone came in. It wasn't like there weren't even any other watchers on the item. And someone came in with a robo bid at 1 second left and outbid me. And I bid it 4 seconds left manually. That was very sad for me. I thought I had a deal. I even increased my price pretty high. The problem is just someone else was willing to pay more than I did. So, oh well, that happens. But on PS2, I was trying to get oh shoot, what's it called? Ring of Red. That's what it is. Ring of Red. I was trying to get. I'm trying to get that for cheap and can't get it cheap, so I'm gonna have to keep going higher. But these auctions are tough because it's like there's one person who outbids you, you know, and like no one else bid on it. You're basically like, all that person had to do is sleep in, or maybe like now that they have their copy, no one is left to bother me about it, right? Like, well, that person's not bidding anymore. He's got his copy. So maybe next time it'll be just me. I'm the only one left who wants that game, maybe. Might have already done this step, honestly. I can't remember. Too many games. Okay. That's Wii Fit Plus. We'll put that back. Ring of Red is a game you've tried to like but haven't really got into. Interesting. I thought it was supposed to be like one of the best strategy RPGs on the PS2 that was exclusive. So that's why I was interested in it. Obviously I haven't played it, but that's why I was going after it, is so I could play it. But if you're telling me you couldn't get into it, then yeah, I mean, that's part of why I'm also haven't bought it yet, is I'm like, well, I don't $40 want a game that I'm not sure I'm gonna like. All right, so how are we doing here? I've got still have Mario Party. I got to left clean at some point. I guess I can go through the ones we did clean. You saw Last Core. That's ready to get put back away. Before that, I got to Anthem, that I only cleaned to get the sticker, or bought to get to use as a case. So I just got the stickers off that. Ring of Red is obtuse, and you haven't spent enough time to look with it or how to play it correctly. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes games are like that too. You have to play them a certain way, and you have to learn how that is. I got Need for Speed Unbound in a buy one get one free sale. Also with that, got Star Ocean: The Divine Force. We peeled the GameStop new stickers off there. We had Geometry Wars Galaxies on Wii. We are adding that back up to the collection after we've traded it in. We finally got Project Cross Zone. Excited about that one. That was been on the list for a while. We got this weird Hero Saga Levitine something or other. That was sure. We picked up Spy Kids 3D. How could you say no to Spy Kids 3D? Very exciting. And then finally Iridian 2. That was the game from the Go live tweet that I was it was the top Game Boy Advance game on my wish list, so we finally got that done. Hardly anything left on the Game Boy Advance that I'm still looking for. I mean, there's another Spy Kids game out there, so I'll have to get another Spy Kids game. Not 3D, it's just the regular kind, but, you know, I'll have to go get that at some point. But I think that might just about do it for me. I am probably gonna go, let's see. I don't think I'm gonna stream again later today, because I've got, you know, the Ohio State football game at 7:30. That's gonna take my whole evening. But tomorrow I'll definitely be doing something, I'm sure. I'd like to do an XCOM stream, hopefully get toward the end. You've got a big pile of the game someone's holding for you till you have enough money from selling some magic cards on eBay to pay for them all. There you go. So you have a big pickup stream soon too. Nice, nice. Looking forward to it. Now after watching all these, you're going to be tempted to like clean them all off before you put them in your stash. You're going to show them off and then you're going to be like, oh, this one's got a smudge on it. I got to clean it. I know how it is. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. I don't think I have anybody live that I can go raid. Hope everybody else has a great time. Scotch, I hope you have a great evening. Hope you find some good games to play today. Thanks so much to Adodecahedron for coming in today as well. It's coming by and saying hi. Thanks to Blinkoom at the beginning, coming by and checking in real quick. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping in. Hope you all have a good one, and I will hope to catch you next time. Bye.